one reason I want him to run for president, well, is because he's obviously a winner. This guy could fucking do it. It's insane that we have the guy, but we can't run him because we have to tiptoe around Biden. And
define a winner.
Well,
What's happening, everybody? Patrick Bet-David recently appeared on Overtime with Bill Maher and posed a seemingly easy question. Why does Bill Maher seem to be in love with Satan himself, Gavin Newsom? When Patrick Bet-David challenged Maher to name specific accomplishments of Newsom's time as the governor of California, Bill Maher, who's typically quick and articulate, struggled to provide an answer. By the end of their exchange, Bill Maher could only list Newsom's failures. With that, let's take a look at Patrick Bet-David's sharp questioning and how it left Bill Maher at a loss for words.
Do you like Newsom? How do you feel about Newsom?
Had him on my show Friday.
I saw that.
And I first of all, I love him. You just like a guy or you don't. I've known him for a long time. He's done my show for a long time. Do I love everything he does as the governor of California? No, I don't. I wouldn't say I'm undertaxed. Yeah, I have issues with this state. He's a guy. One reason I want him to run for president, well, is because he's obviously a winner. This guy could fucking do it. It's insane that we have the guy, but we can't run him because we have to tiptoe around Biden. And
define a winner.
Well, he would win the election.
Oh, so
he would win the election.
So he's a talented debater, speaker, communicator, deflector.
And politician. And he's a smart guy. He's a smart, real guy with a pair of balls. Do I love everything? No, you never do with a politician. But first of all, I think if he ran for president, it'd be great because it would force him to move to the center. Now you're running not just in California. I mean, this is California. It's weirdo.
Are you a results-driven guy?
No, I like to watch things fall apart.
I mean, you wouldn't build a show that you build and win at the levels you won, for decades if you weren't results driven, right? I mean, you're Bill Maher.
What do you mean? Well, what's the point about results?
That's exactly where I'm going with you. So results driven guy.
Right.
What areas has Newsom won in? You said he's a winner.
Winner of the election. He could win the election.
But based on what though? Do you want results? Like what has he done to California to say he's a winner?
Oh God, I don't know. It's too.
Bill, you're a smart.
You know what? He made it rain. Okay, dude.
Hey, if you like videos like this one, like, subscribe, and blah 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 blah. Let's get back to the video.
It wasn't raining.
Someone who said that. He said, "Great job."
It wasn't raining, and now it's raining. So he's got my vote.
Okay,
you know what?
Respect. I mean,
I don't know. I don't follow the news. It's a character
Bill,
I play on television.
Don't be a flick. You're a very smart guy. You're a very smart guy.
It's a character. I actually live with my delicate wife, Sue, and our 8 homeschooled children. We just had twins, Sean and Hannity. Don't believe everything you see on TV.
So then what this does to me, this actually makes it easier for me to not even have to have this discussion and just move on to other things we can talk about, is you base your character on your candidate. You base your candidate based on being a good debater, deflecting, not necessarily results. Because
no, I don't.
If that's how you do it, then Newsom is fantastic,
this is
Bill.
Stupid. You're better than this.
Really?
I hope so. I don't know. I'm just getting to know you, but I told you are. I mean, it's a silly argument, a debater. I can't tell. I've been doing political commentary on television for 30 years. I think I can tell when a guy is just debating or whether make a calculated guess on how he's going to be actually as president. There's 2 different things, running and being the guy. Do I like it that Newsom is good at the running part? I do, because that means he can get elected. Do I also think that if he got elected, he would be a good president? I do. Generally moving the country in the right direction. I would like to take him back a little toward the middle, but,
Based on what, though? Based on what?
Well, California is just a kind of a crazy, can't do the taxes, the graft really is what is I was asking him about that. He says they're attacking it. The red tape, the graft, the fact that they can't build a fucking homeless home for less than $900,000. They couldn't complete a fucking high-speed rail. I'm going to say on my show Friday, this is going to be controversial, but Hamas, Let them come over here and build our fucking tunnels because we cannot get it done. No, I'm serious. It's a win-win. If they would renounce and say, we will not attack Israel, we will hire you to build infrastructure. These people know how to build a tunnel.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, they've been building a tunnel on the east side of New York since 1972.
You can hear your guys laughing, listening to
Mr. Know-It-All has all the mysteries of the universe figured out, and that there's no afterlife and God doesn't exist. This guy can't name one thing that Gavin Newsom has done as governor, but he'd be a great president. And Newsom's biggest proponent, he can't name one thing. Okay, gotcha. So it's quite telling when one of Gavin Newsom's most ardent supporters, like we saw during the interview with Patrick Bet-David, can't point to a single concrete achievement from his time in office. Instead, he resorts to really bad jokes and sidesteps the question and tries to change the subject. A response that completely underscores the growing disconnection between Newsom's defenders and the reality faced by Californians under his leadership. But being an objective journalist here, let's try to find some things that Gavin Newsom has done well as the governor of California. So his handling of C-19 pandemic. What did he do there? Let's see. Under his watch, California enforced some of the nation's longest and strictest lockdowns, even as states like my home state, Florida, managed to reopen and our economy was booming. The result? California saw mass job losses, especially among small businesses, while children suffered from prolonged school closures that severely disrupted their education. Meanwhile, the infamous French Laundry incident, where Newsom dined without a mask during the lockdowns, became a symbol of his hypocrisy and contributed to growing public distrust in his decisions. Okay, I'm going to be honest. That one didn't go too well, but we got more issues we can talk about. Let's see. Homelessness. So despite California collecting massive amounts of taxes, California's homelessness crisis has only worsened. Cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles have seen their homeless populations skyrocket, even as billions of dollars have been funneled into solutions that have proven ineffective. Initiatives such as distribution of clean needles and crack pipes in cities like LA and San Francisco have been heavily criticized. I wonder why. These programs, while aimed at reducing harm, have done nothing to address the underlying causes of homelessness and addiction. All right, I've got one where they can't lose because everyone lives in California. I lived there myself at one point. So, I mean, I imagine like the housing situation there isn't that bad, right? I mean, so let's see. The high cost of living continues to drive middle-class families out of that state. California's housing market remains unaffordable for many, forcing people to relocate to other states where they can afford to buy homes and live more comfortably. This exodus is a direct result of Newsom's failure to make housing more affordable, leaving the state to cater increasingly, surprise, surprise, to the wealthy while getting the middle class the heck out of there. All right. I'm going to give them a layup here because if we know anything about the Democratic Party, they are the party of love and tolerance and looking out for the little guy, you know? So I'd imagine all of their efforts at criminal justice reform have been very successful. Let's see. So Newsom's criminal justice reforms have also come under fire. Policies like Proposition 47 and Proposition 57, which reduce penalties for certain crimes, have contributed to rising crime rates across the state. These reforms, designed to reduce the prison population, have left many Californians feeling less safe and have contributed to a sense of lawlessness, especially in major cities. All right, enough joking around, but I have to mention the most recent thing he's done that made me think he's the biggest douchebag on earth. When he signed Assembly Bill 2839, which bans AI-generated deepfakes during election seasons. You remember that one of Kamala going around that was really funny? Obviously fake. people just got a kick out of. It's like a meme. So the message essentially is, you did something that might hurt my party, no more free speech. And the right or the fascist, right? Got it. Anyone with a brain sees this law as unnecessary infringement on the First Amendment. No duh. Using election concerns as an excuse to suppress legitimate political satire and free speech. All right, if you're still watching this video, you probably think I've talked too long, so I'll wrap it up. By the way, notice I didn't even get to the business environment there or the energy crisis that's going on there, both which can be attributed to Newsom, but I think you get the point. Look, man, guys like Bill Maher, who are insulated from the daily struggles of average Californians, very easily dismiss these concerns as exaggerated. However, for normal people, the middle and working class, the rising taxes, unaffordable housing, growing crime, and unreliable energy are very, very real problems. They're not just trivial complaints or something thrown out by the right, but critical issues driving families and businesses away from the state to this day. In short, while some may try to downplay or deflect from these concerns, and the reality experienced by millions of Californians is stark. In my opinion, and I don't throw this adjective around lightly, I think Gavin Newsom is not only the epitome of an empty suit, but pure evil. What do his supporters see in him? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, if you like videos of seeing lefties like Bill Maher and libtards get owned, destroyed, pwned, whatever you want to say, then click on one of the two videos that's on the screen right now. We really appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.